Preface. Human experience owes to Tantra the discovery and location of the centers of psychic energy, chakras, and the subtle of astral body. Kundalini Shakti, coiled and dormant cosmic energy, is at the same time the supreme force in the human organism. Every individual is a manifestation of that energy, and the universe around us is the outcome of the same consciousness ever revealing itself in various modes. The passage of the awakened Kundalini through the various chakras is the subject of a unique branch of tantric esoteric knowledge whose goal is the emerging of the Kundalini energy with cosmic consciousness so that one may realize one's real self, ultimately unfolding the mysteries of the whole universe. Kundalini Yoga is an experience of the actualization of human potentialities, a deeper understanding of the awakening. A deeper understanding of the awakening of this cosmic energy only can be felt when one decides to become actively involved in it. As Dr. B. Bhattacharya remarks, whenever in the future man awakens to the necessity of psychic development, spiritual advancement, or of stimulating his latent magical faculties, all eyes must turn towards this branch of Sanskrit literature, and to those few yogins India still possesses for the most minute, thorough, accurate, easy, and practical system of psychic exercises. Let me say that again. All right. Whenever in the future man awakens to the necessity of psychic development, spiritual advancement, or of stimulating his latent magical faculties, all eyes must turn towards his branch of Sanskrit literature, and to those few yogins India still possesses for the most minute, thorough, accurate, easy, and practical system of psychic exercises ever conceived by man in any country at any time. The Kundalini awakening or rebirth process has been studied both from the classical and clinical point of view. In this study, my special thanks are due to Dr. Lee Sanella, Chief of Clinical Services of the Kundalini Clinic, whose permission to use the clinical findings has been very useful. I am grateful to Dick Price and Stanislav and Christina Groff of the Esalen Institute, Big Sur, California. I'm going to put all that in where it needs to be. For providing me with opportunities to meet American researchers on Kundalini Yoga. I am also indebted to Madhu Khanna for her several suggestions and to Priya Devi for going through the manuscript. Flips page. Chapter 1. The Tantric Concept. Liberation while living is considered in Indian life to be the highest experience, a fusion of the individual with the universal. The individual manifestation is like a spark of the cosmos, as the human organism, the microcosm, parallels everything in the macrocosm. The complete drama of the universe is repeated here in this very body. The whole body with its biological and psychological processes become an instrument and through which the cosmic power reveals itself. According to tantric principles, all that exists in the universe must also exist in the individual body. If we can analyze one human being, we shall be able to analyze the entire universe because it is believed that all is built on the same plane. The purpose is to search for the whole truth within so that one may realize one's inner self, unfolding the basic reality of the universe. The point of connection, yoga. For yoga, the way. In bhakti yoga, union takes place through love and devotion. Raha yoga is the path of realization through meditation. Karma yoga is the way of salvation through works. Jnana yoga leads to union through discernment, while hatha yoga develops psychosomatic forces towards the ultimate goal. Or psychosomatic forces toward the ultimate goal. An important tantra contribution to the consciousness expanding experience is Kundalini Yoga. The Sanskrit word Kundalini means coiled up. The coiled Kundalini is the female energy existing in latent form, not only in every human being out in every atom of the universe. It may frequently happen that an individual's Kundalini energy lies dormant throughout his or her entire lifetime, and he or she is unaware of its existence. The object of the tantric practice of Kundalini Yoga is to awaken this cosmic energy and cause it to unite with Shiva, the pure consciousness pervading the whole universe. Flipping the page. The Kundalini Shakti, or coiled feminine energy, is the vast potential of psychic energy, the body's most powerful thermal current. The arousal of this Kundalini is not unique to tantric practice, but forms of the basic, all yogic disciplines and every genuine spiritual experience may be considered a flowering of this physionuclear energy. Even music and dance can arouse the Kundalini's dormant force and direct it to higher planes until its perfect unfolding and our unconsciousness and consciousness, aware of its presence within us, is realized. The Satakakara Nirupuna describes Kundalini almost tenderly, saying she is beautiful as a chain of lightning, as fine as lotus fiber, and shines in the minds of the sages. She is extremely subtle, the awakener of pure knowledge, the embodiment of bliss, whose true nature is pure consciousness. Kundalini is described as pure consciousness in another text, the Mahanavarana Tantra, which states that the Kundalini is primal Prakriti, or nature, who is none other than the Sit Shakti, or pure consciousness. The Sarada the Sarada, the Sarada Dika, the Sarada, the Sarada Tilaka describes Kundalini as Sabada Brahmai, the female counterpart of Shiva, as Sabada Brahman, the source of cosmic sound. In the form of the mantra or nuclear sound syllable, the proximate cause of manifestation. The sounds of this Sanskrit alphabet are not mere verbal utterance, but are self-subsisting, embodying all potentialities. According to the Kamadhenu Tantra, the left side of the Sanskrit letter Ka forms a triangle whose upper left line symbolizes Brahma, right vertical line Vishnu, and lower left line Ruja, or Ruja. While in the coiled extension in front, Kundalini lies latent. When this Kundalini Shakti moves to manifest itself, it becomes dynamic. The one consciousness is polarized into static, Shiva, and dynamic, Shakti, aspects for the purpose of manifestation. Kundalini Yoga is the resolution of this duality into unity again. Once again, Kundalini Yoga is the resolution of this duality into unity again. And the concept of the Yuga, cut. When this Kundalini Shakti moves to manifest itself, it becomes dynamic. The one consciousness is polarized into static, Shiva, and dynamic, Shakti, aspects for the purpose of manifestation. Kundalini Yoga is the resolution of this duality into unity again. And the concept of the Yoga Kundalini Upanishad, the divine power, Kundalini shines like the stem of a young lotus, like a snake coiled around upon herself. She holds her tail in her mouth and lies resting half asleep at the base of the body. The static, unmanifested Kundalini is symbolized by a serpent coiled into 3.5 circles with its tail in its mouth and spiraling around the central axis of Svayambhu Linga at the base of the spine. When the Kundalini Shakti power consciousness is ready to unfold, she ascends to unite above the crown of the head with Shiva, pure consciousness, whose manifest energy she is through the psychic centers, the chakras that lie along the axis of the spine as consciousness potentials. All the chakras are to be understood as situated not in the gross body, but in the subtle or etheric body. Repositories of psychic energies, they govern the whole condition of being. Tantras commonly mention 6 principal holistically organized centers of consciousness. Though the number varies from text to text. Starting from the base of the spine, these centers are known as Muladhara, Savadhisthana, around the prostatic plexus, Manipura, around the navel, Anahata, near the heart, Visdura, behind the throat, and Anya, between the eyebrows. Sahasrara, the seventh transcendent chakra, is situated 4 fingers breadth above the top of the head. The Sahasrara chakra is said to be the region of Shiva, pure consciousness, while the Muladhara chakra is the seat of Shakti, whose form here is Kundalini. Through certain prescribed disciplines, the Kundalini Shakti rises through the psychic centers until it reaches its full flowering. That is fusion. Flipping the page. That is fusion with absolute and Sahasrara as Kula Kundalini, generating bliss consciousness, Ananda, from the union of Shiva Shakti. Tantrikas regard the human organism as a capsule of the whole. He who realizes the truth of the body can then come to know the truth of the universe. The adept accepts this with its almost existential awareness. The psychic and physical organisms are interdependent. Since each makes the other possible, the forces governing the cosmos on the macro level govern the individual on the micro level. Life is one, and all its forms are interrelated in a vastly complicated but inseparable whole. The underlying unity becomes a bridge between the microcosm and the macrocosm. The human body, like the electromagnetic bodies of the sun or the earth, has with this slowness. The underlying unity becomes a bridge between the microcosm and the macrocosm. The human body, like the electromagnetic bodies of the sun or the earth, has with our present knowledge expanded beyond its physical confines, revealing the subtle human faculties beyond the 5 senses. The auras, or the etheric body, and its organs, the chakras of religious tradition, the streams of ki, chi, and Tao, energy with the acupuncture traces, all of which emanations parallel and fuse with the energy rhythms of our planet and beyond. Each human being has an etheric double, a subtle or suksma body, besides the gross body. There are the subtle body and the casual body. In the Tantras, the human body is regarded as made up of 5 envelopes of cosmic folds, the sheaths or kosas, creating layers of decreasing density. The physical metabolism is known as the Annamaya kosa, food form sheath of the gross body. More subtle is the sheath of circulatory vital air, the Pranamaya kosa. The third and fourth sheaths, more subtle still, are the cognitive and discriminatory processes, the Manomaya and Vinanyamaya, mind and intelligence sheaths of the subtle body. The final sheath, Anandamaya, the most subtle of all, is identified with man's extraordinary capacity for joy, the bliss consciousness, and belongs to the casual body. The physical sheath of the body, Annamaya, is connected with 3 of the 5 elements, earth, water, and fire, which are represented respectively in the Muladhara, Svadhisthana, and Manipura chakras. The Pranamaya sheath, bearing the universal life force, prana, expresses itself through the air and ether elements, which are represented in the Anata and Visdura chakras. The Manomaya and Vinana sheaths have the Anya chakra as their center. It is the activation of the Anya chakra that gives the initiate inner vision, a simultaneous knowledge of things as they really are, as the third eye. Cosmic consciousness opens at that center. Flipping some pages. These subtle envelopes are related to the gross or physical particles as several psychic points, and these points are interlinked by numerous subtle channels known as nadis, from the Sanskrit root nad, meaning motion, vibration. Though attempts have been made to identify those subtle channels with the anatomy of the physical body, they are practically untraceable by direct empirical observation. If the nadis were to be revealed by the eye, the body would appear as a highly complex network. The most important of the nadis are the central channel, Shushumana, and its two flanking channels. The white lunar nadi, Ida, on the left, and the red solar nadi, Pingala, on the right. The Sushumna nadi runs from just Muladhara extending to the forehead through the spinal column. Within the Sushumna nadi, there are three more subtle channels: Vara, Shitrini, and Brahmani, or Brahmanadi, the innermost through which Kundalini moves upward. Two currents of psychic energy flow through Ida and Pingala from the perineum at the base of the spine, spiraling in opposite directions around the Sushumna, which meets them between the eyebrows. Sushumna remains closed at its lower end as long as Kundalini is not awakened. Flipping some more pages. Actually, that's the end of chapter 1. And yeah, I know y'all couldn't understand everything I was saying, man. This is a real read along. So I'm reading this stuff for the first time. I'm gonna go ahead and transcribe it so you guys can like look at it, read along. And I'm gonna continue to do this till I like learn Indian or whatever, Sanskrit, or I ain't trying to be perfect, but hey, grow with me. You know what I'm saying? Alright though, it's Ken checking out. I'm gonna definitely put all the correct spellings to all the words that I mispronounced in here, so no need to fear, because Ken is here. And that's it for a black man reads, or what I'm gonna call it, as read by a black man. Yeah, or when I do my videos, it's gonna be black man reads, and I'm gonna be reading whatever I'm reading. So hey, that's it from as read by a black man. Boom.